posterior. The anterior is your front, and then the posterior is the back. The left and the right. Left side and then right side. The superior and the inferior. Superior is the top of the head, and then the inferior is below the feet. Frontal and occipital. The frontal is towards the front of the brain, then the occipital is towards the back of the brain. The coronal plane. The coronal plane divides the body into anterior, which is the front, and then the posterior, the back. Distal and proximal. The proximal is towards the trunk of the body or the point of origin, and the distal indicates that it is away or farthest away of the trunk of the body. So, this proximal and the distal. Proximal, then farthest away, which is the distal. Five anatomical movements. Opposition and reposition. Opposition is a movement that brings the thumb and little finger together. The reposition is the movement that brings the thumb and little finger away from each other. The opposition, reposition. Opposition, reposition. Abduction and adduction. Abduction is a movement away from the midline. The adduction is a movement towards the midline. Abduction, adduction. Abduction, adduction. Flexion and extension. Flexion decreases the angle between two body parts. The extension increases the angle between two body parts. Flexion, extension. Flexion, extension. Supination and pronation are terms used to describe the up and down orientation of your hands, arms, or foot. When your palm is facing upward, it is supination. And when your palm is facing downward, it is pronation. Supination and pronation. The supination and the pronation. Inversion and eversion is a movement which occurs at your ankle point. The inversion turns your ankle inward. Eversion turns your ankle outward. Inversion, eversion. Inversion, eversion. Dorsiflexion and plantar flexion are used to describe the movement at the ankle. Dorsiflexion occurs when the ankle bends, raising the toes upward. Plantar flexion occurs when the ankle bends the toes downward. Dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. Dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. Dorsiflexion, plantar flexion.